We're gonna jump on in here. So here's the thing. Here it is. I have everything set up, ready to go. It's like this. This is the plan. This is what we're gonna try. Oh, and then of course, there's the design period, which the design does not count towards the time. Same with exporting the game and all of that. So once the timer ends, that just means I can't develop the game anymore. I can't work on these things specifically. Which means we have to keep the game very, very simple in order for this to work, right? The theme is branching out. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of brainstorming, everyone. Yeah, game dev speedrun, basically. So our goal is to make a game, which is also gonna be interesting since I haven't messed with Godot in a while. This is the breakdown that I think is going to end up making the most sense. Keep in mind, the mechanics, that means have to be simple enough that I can program them in 45 minutes. And if we come up with an idea that is simple on the art, we could take some of this time that we end up don't using and move it to programming if we need to, right? So, the first thing that we want to do today is we kind of want to brainstorm and come up with a couple ideas. If we start by looking up just the definition of branching out, there's multiple ways we could interpret it. My brain is kind of leaning towards possibly something like physically branching out. I don't want to lean towards like nature and trees because I feel like that's going to be a really strong go-to for a lot of people. So like to be doing one activity and then just to do other stuff that roots off of that. That's one way we could interpret it, but I feel like that might end up getting to a point where we have too complicated of systems that we're working with, right? My brain is thinking having something almost like mobile game-esque that's like that simple, but we can obviously elaborate off of that, right? The theme branching out makes me think of some like diverting paths, if that makes sense. And there's multiple like path choices. That's the issue, though, is I don't want it to be like a choice-based thing. I don't want to do something like narrative, because that's going to be too complex. But I like the idea of building something that has, like, the flow of it splitting. Whether it's like a game where you're, like trying to escape, like, a temple or something. This is literally me going, like, oh, temple run. Where you're trying to escape something, and there's, like, different paths to choose. But whatever path you choose, there's consequences. Like, one path might be more difficult than another. My brain wants to do something like music rhythm-based, but I feel like that is also going to be too much for 3 hours. I don't want to go into, like, trying to sync with music, because I'm going to be spending the whole hour trying to figure that out. Choose your own adventure style game? Yeah, exactly. That's what my brain goes to. But if this was like a 74-hour jam or a 48-hour jam, I would do that. But this is you only get like an hour to program of the whole time, right? So we have to think of something that's kind of along these lines where it kind of like diverting paths in choice, but in a simplified way that we can utilize this sort of mechanic, if that makes sense. Nothing like a full dialogue tree and all that. It could just be more like, if you go this way, there's more obstacles you have to deal with. Trains? Trains? Let's think about trains for a second, okay? They split, right? Like, ooh, can we do a trolley problem? Wait, okay, actually, trolley problem-based game. So for those of you who don't know, the trolley problem is this idea of a train basically going a certain way and then trying to decide if you should pull the lever or not, or if you should let the train keep going. And if you go to that diverted track, you end up killing either one person or 5 people. And there's like all these crazy different like aspects of it, right? Remember how we were talking about the simple like Subway Surfer style game? Except it's a train, and all the diverting paths are like something like this, right? And when you go up to an intersection, if you do nothing, it's gonna keep going straight. But if you pull the lever one way, it'll go this way. If you pull the lever the other way, it'll go this way. And my idea is that, like, as it goes, there could be parts where it, like, branches back. There could be parts where it branches to other stuff. And you get this really cool, like, railway structure, right? I'm thinking, so the player would have the control of being able to toggle which way the train goes based off of which key they hold. It would use the up-down arrow keys, and that would be the entire control for the whole game. If they do nothing, they'll go straight. If they go up, they'll go up to the next up track, diverting. if they press hold down, they have to hold it. So the train has a track, right? And there'd be a split. And then, like, let's say they choose to go up. These splits keep going. And then there could be another split that maybe goes back to this track. And there could be a split that goes to another track. We could have, like, a sign or something saying, oh, this direction. Or we could do it by color of track or something like that. Where we say, oh, this direction is like, if you go this way, it's a dead end and you will die. And we can even do it in a simple style. Have you guys heard of the game Mini Metro? We could just do it even as simple as this sort of style. We have to keep it really simple, right? We can't add too many mechanics because we only get 3 hours. So my idea, I think, is to just have dead ends, have coins that you can collect, and have some paths have more coins, and that's it. That's the entire game. And you go up, and you could go down, and you could go straight. I think the way that we're going to have to get this to work is that the levels will have to, like, branch out into, like, 6 tracks. And then kind of go back, forth, all over the place. And then branch back together into one, and then have the station at the end. Here's the question, right? The question is, can we, or should we, do this by hand, or procedurally generate it? I think it should be one level that we make that is by hand, because I think procedural is too difficult to approach in the amount of time we have. I think we could agree with that, right? And the real question actually is figuring out how to get a cart to follow these lines. Now, they're paths, right? So I guess one of the easy ways would be to create paths. But then you have all these paths diverting all over the place, and that gets really messy really quick, right? I want the diverting paths to always go at a 45 degree, and they'll always go this same distance. And then they'll go straight again. What that lets me do is I can create an area node, a point here, and when the cart hits that, if they're holding up, then what it's gonna do is it has a pre-scripted movement where it diverts it to just go this way, and then when it hits a certain distance, it just goes straight again. So all these diverting tracks and everything would always be the same distance and length and everything. In order to make these graphics really simple, I think what we need to do then is we're gonna need some sort of texture in the background so that we can see that we're moving really easily. Some sort of like grass texture. Oh, I have an idea. We could do like the crumpled binder paper sort of texture. I like the idea of it us using like some sort of looping crumpled paper. That's kind of cool. Like it's being drawn. All right, I think we're gonna try to tackle art first. I think actually it'd be more funny instead of doing coins. It's just the trolley cart problem, and your goal is to try to get to the next station by killing as little people as possible. I know it would be really brutal, but if we have like people on the tracks and you just run them over when you hit them, blood just. Okay, we've done this before. Literally, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is just so it's actually pretty gory. That's it, right? That's all we need. Oh, we need a station. We need a station of some sort. Something really simple, right? That's all the art we need, I think. I want to create substitutes for these, so that way, or maybe we bang out the art. We just get the art done, and then we work on programming. When we hit the hour-and-a-half mark, that's the point where we need to wrap up mechanics. If we're at the halfway mark, we need to wrap up mechanics. When we hit the 2-hour mark, we have to switch to doing music and sound effects, which we're going to use FL Studio today because I've been using FL Studio a lot. I recently got FL, and it's been working really well for my workflow. You guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go! I have not done this in a while. This was the first jam I ever did, was a try jam with my brother. All right, here we go. So, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, let me start by we're gonna start by looking for that paper texture that we want to use. I need to make sure to keep this open so we remember to give credit for that. There we go. It's a trolley. Boom. I think that's good. I think we're done with it. I think it's done. Done, done, done. Okay, next step. We don't have that much art to do for this game. It's really nice. It's 20 minutes for art. We have 3 minutes left. We need the vector people, and we need the station. Oh, this goes so fast. Okay, let's do the people, because the people are easy. Literally this. I could probably get away with actually using this as a reference. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. That'll work. That'll do. You know? That'll have to go. Oh shoot, we're already running low on time. Okay, we need a train station. I think that's good, right? That's probably fine. How much time total did I give myself for art? 20 minutes. Oh, we're almost at 30. Okay. Oh, that's it. We're done. Okay, we're done with art. We're gonna go into Godot, right? And we're gonna start planning this out and figuring it out. How much time did I give myself for programming? I gave myself 45 minutes. We'll see if that's enough. We'll see. Okay, let's start. Tile. Oh, perfect. Oh, it doesn't loop that way. Are you kidding me? We need to find a new paper texture. That's not gonna work. Ooh, there we go. This one I do want to bump up in scale. Anyways, that'll have to do. We need to create a new object. This is gonna be the trolley car. Well, there's gonna be no collision in the game, so it technically could just be an area 2D. That's probably too big. That's probably too big. So we'll take this sprite down. Station. Oh gosh, this music is so intense. Now here's what I'm gonna do for collision shape for this. It's gonna be much larger than it actually is, and the reason why we're doing this is because it'll basically, when the cart hits this, it'll start slowing down. And I feel like the camera, if we add the camera to the trolley car, it's gonna be like, it needs to be like slightly ahead of it. Trolley car, let's add some code. Ahaha! Let's make the camera active. Let's make that paper go back. Oh, that's so cool! Oh, that's great. And then we get started and stop it. That's beautiful. Trolley car. Ah, there we go. That's beautiful. That's perfect. Oh, I love that. And the braking should take longer, I think, than the acceleration. That's awesome. This is what I'm talking about. We're gonna use line 2Ds. When we build the level, we're just gonna have these represent the track. And then we have a in control equals true. If we do this and in control function force stop, and this is going to be a function that takes the control away from the player, and at the same time it's going to make move active to false as well. So now the player can't start again, and it stops them. That one. But this second one should work. Ah, that's so cool! Yes! That's so epic! That is so gaming. Now, here's where things get tricky. So this is what I was talking about with the diverting lines. So that's how that's gonna work. We need a diverter, which the diverter is gonna rotate based off of what key we're pressing, which means we need input. We need input for move up, and move down. And we'll use the arrow keys for these. So what I need to create an area 2D. This is gonna be called a branch. Now I hold up. Yes! Oh, that's sick. I like that. No, we cannot. Oh yeah, because the way it rotates, that won't work. There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay, I think we need to do some level design. Because this looks great. Then it just, that, we can have like flames or something. Or it just goes game over like this and you just get stopped. I'm gonna do a really quick, easy button reset. If input.isAction pressed, reset game. Get tree dot reload currency. Okay, here we go, y'all. Let's figure out how we want to structure this. So this really quickly, I think, shows the player one situation where they have to stay on the same track, and then another situation where they have to divert. And then we could do some crazy stuff. Man, maybe making this procedural would have been smart. Maybe it would have been. We can come back to that later down the line. You know, actually, what probably would be smart is if I actually spent the time to make the individual pieces and I segmented them together. I should do that, actually. But that would be worth the time. Okay, let's see if we can get to the station. This is very neat. The station is... Oh, not that way. This way. There it is. It's so good. Okay, I do think it is worth the time to make the individual pieces. I do. So, we're gonna have a full split. So check this out. Check out what we can do here now. We can go... Set that to... Oh. Let's do that. Now check this out. Under tracks, I can instance a full split. And now, in theory, I should just be able to place that. Let's go down. Hello? Oh, I deleted those converging points. Whoops. There we go. Much better. That's perfect. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. So this is just straight. This one goes down. And this one would go up or down. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And now, it just all works. I think that was worth the time to do that. Because now it'll make planning out these levels a little bit easier. I can go like down, and then I can go up. And if I hold it some more, I can... Yeah, there we go. I want to go down this time. Oh god! I didn't go all the way down. Okay, this is great. This is a great flow. I'm trying to decide if I should divert to music and sound or not. Actually, you know what? I think I want to focus still on level designing and just get the level completed. Just have something in here and just start with that. So let's keep working on designing it. Okay, let's try it. Then we're going to move to music. Because this is good. This is fine for now. Yep, that's it. Okay, y'all, we're almost there. Okay, so now, this is a fun time. We get to move to music and sound. Now, I do want to do something similar to a previous jam I've done. So the music sounds like this. You go around, you collect people's orders. So X is blowing off steam, because the top is like your anger bar, and you have to blow off steam to get rid of it, right? And then you could take people's orders like this. But if you listen to the music and the sound, I want it to be similar, I think. I want it to be similar. Not as well, it's probably going to end up being repetitive. to be fair. It probably will be. But I want to try something. I mean, we could do chiptune-y, but I want to try something along the lines of it, but kind of more with piano. Just do something like that. So this is what I recorded. So I'm thinking it would be more like this speed. That's ridiculous. Bro, this with the kick. I cannot. I'm okay with that. Now let's add the swing feel to it, because that'll help. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah, there we go. Done. Trolley car. Kind of grooving. Okay, y'all, this is great. I like this. This is great. Yeah, this works. Yeah. Sound effects time. I think they do like a little ding 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 sort of sound when they go off. I'm pretty sure something like that. And then we need a hit sound. Oh! That's what I wanted. Let's start with that. Okay. So like this. I want them to get tossed up though, is the thing, and that's what I have to figure out first. This is stupid. Like, it would probably make sense for us to have a shift sound for when we're holding a button or when we release a button. So it plays when I press a direction or release it. I think that's all we need left, is to just polish it. Okay, well, I think the best use of our time now is probably making the level larger. That is the best use of our time, I think. Because I think we're done. I think we're basically done. We just need to make it bigger. God, the music. This is the game we just made. Okay, so here, I'll reset. So if I go up, for example, That's how that works. And then you just get stuck, and then you have to hit R to reset. So the idea is you can hold up and down to switch which direction you go. And then it gets chaotic. Oh, it's so good. I'm proud of myself. Oh, God. Oh, I goofed. We did it. We made a game in 3 hours. After me not doing game dev in a while and also not streaming in a while. Like, that's pretty epic. And we got a almost 5-hour stream in the books, which is pretty